Once hailed as the Prince of Darkness and the electrifying frontman of Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne rose to iconic status in the 1970s, forever changing the face of rock music. With his haunting voice and rebellious spirit, he became a symbol of heavy metal's wild and untamed soul. Yet, behind the fame and thunderous applause, his life has been a painful odyssey marked by addiction, illness, and heartbreak. Ozzy's journey is not just the fall of a rock star, it's the unraveling of a man who spent his life dancing with demons. From his earliest days in Black Sabbath, the signs were there. Despite revolutionizing music, Ozzy battled crippling addiction, alcohol, cocaine, pills, and by 1979, he was fired from the very band he helped make legendary, not for lack of talent, but because his self-destructive behavior had spiraled out of control. He later admitted he should have died many times, and yet somehow he endured. As a solo artist, he reached new heights, but the darkness followed him. Arrests, hospitalizations, and chaotic public episodes became regular headlines.
His marriage to Sharon Osbourne was both a lifeline and a war zone.
Riddled with public scandals, separations, and reconciliations, yet she remained his rock through the worst of it. Now, in the twilight of his life, the most heartbreaking chapter is unfolding. Ozzy has been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a cruel, progressive illness that robs him of his mobility, speech, and independence. The same man who once owned the stage now struggles to walk, often seen in pain, frail, and fatigued. Years of surgeries, physical torment, and long hospital stays have left him drained. He's publicly described his recent years as the most miserable of his life, and in interviews, the weariness in his eyes is impossible to miss. Still, Ozzy tries to fight back. He's attempted comebacks, worked on new music, and dreamed of performing live once more. But time is unforgiving. The truth is, his body is failing, even if the legend remains immortal. It's tragic to witness. A titan of rock, who once commanded millions with his presence, now living in the shadow of his former self. Despite everything, Ozzy's legacy is untouchable. He gave the world decades of unforgettable music, raw emotion, and unfiltered honesty. But his story is a painful reminder of the toll that fame, excess, and relentless touring can take. Behind the myth of the Prince of Darkness lies a fragile, suffering human being who spent his life giving everything he had to the world. And now, as he faces his most difficult battle yet, fans around the globe mourn the decline of a man who once felt indestructible. Ozzy Osbourne's story is not just sad, it's utterly heartbreaking, and it deserves to be told with the respect and empathy owed to a true icon.